found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out.
Yo, what it do? It's First Choice Fantasy, and we are back with the Week 5 start sits. Last week treated me well. I'm on my comeback season. I went 7-5 on my start sits in total. Alex had a crazy good week, 7-2 total last week, and Brandon went 6-6. I'm hot on their trails. I'm only two starts. Hot on Brandon's trail because Alex's players get hurt.
A quarter of my players have gotten injured. So, I thought about just not making picks because it's starting to scare me.
Yeah, don't listen to Alex's pick. Well, actually, no, do it because you will actually, if you get screwed over by the injury, at least you'll have the good start. You know what I mean? So, yeah, take the dart throws with Alex, I guess you will. But with Brandon, don't really do anything because he's been really cold lately. So,
Brandon was 6-6 this week. He was 500.
Yeah, it was 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, those are your odds, 50-50.
Yeah, just don't listen to him when he tells you to start somebody because that might not work.
Yeah, last week I had CEH. That was a solid and Heineke.
Yeah, and Heineke, but you had
Teddy Bridgewater,
OBJ, Brandon Ayuk, Kyle Pitts.
Well, Bridgewater isn't counted in the.
I was saying that he was going to get hurt that game. I was trying to give a warning out, and if someone listened and sat him,
are you predicting injuries,
Brandon, that's not fair. I think First Choice Fantasy doesn't support these comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw you off.
They listened to me and sat him. Yes or no? Yes.
All right. I'm gonna have to throw you off.
That's a golden green. That's a golden green.
Anyways, let's move on to Week 5 starts this, shall we? We got quarterbacks and tight ends in this video, and we're gonna try our best to keep out the Thursday night footballs because we did that a couple times last week, 2 weeks ago, and just doesn't really play out in our favor. So we're going to go with instead an even earlier game than 1 o'clock on a Sunday. And Alex, you could just go ahead with your quarterback start.
I'm going to give them both here. I say start Zach Wilson and sit Matt Ryan. I went with a rookie last week, and he had a solid little game. Not incredible, but solid performance. And I like Wilson. I don't think Dean Pease, Atlanta's defense coordinator, they like to blitz a lot, but their defense sucks, man. And Wilson's got some arm talent, and he's got some skill, and they've got some weapons, and I like a few of their players to have a solid game because they're terrible defense. Matt Ryan, on the other hand, the Jets have been weirdly stingy, and I don't know if that's because they've always been behind, but Tannehill didn't have a good day. I say sit him. He's playing over his head, man. Patterson ain't catching 3 touchdowns per game. Get out of here.
Playing over his head and playing overseas over in London time.
Yeah, he's not playing over his head in London. Start Wilson. He's a pretty boy. Think about it, If any of the games are rigged, he's definitely going to be doing good. Look at that freaking American out there. So handsome, young, skinny.
That actually does make sense. I'm betting on the Jets now. Thank you very much.
All right.
Brandon, American poster boy.
You got the Lego boy?
Yeah, I got the Lego boy, Sam Darnold. There's no reason why he's a Lego boy. It's just because Ed said so. So I'm just going to go with that.
He looks like a Lego boy. You never looked at the Lego boys?
No. I would just look up Lego boys. You know what?
Lego boy, Sam Darnold. Put it on 2 different tabs. It's pretty simple.
He looks
later. Like a Lego boy.
I don't want to get too shocked during the episode and shook. But Sam Darnold against Philadelphia. Philadelphia's defense has been confusing, to say the least. And Sam Darnold's got weapons on the outside. Even if Slay can lock down one of those weapons.
He's leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
How much not Sam Darnold?
The thick head of hair.
Show me the Lego, man.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I guess I don't have a picture of him.
Sam Darnold's going to be a start. He'll probably get another rushing touchdown because he's leading the league, as everyone knows by now. And my set's going to be Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. QB set's going to be Carson Wentz. He's playing against Baltimore. it's Carson Wentz. He's been struggling this season.
Drop him.
The hopes the hopes of him being MVP season is looking kind of bleak. But Colts fans keep believing in him. Let him keep starting in those games, and
Yeah,
get
just
like
just
a
10
below
more.
average record, and
10
that's
more.
fine with me.
10 more and then a few more snaps. So he deserves that much. All right, Ed, what you got?
All right, I got a guy that an organization gave up on, and another organization took him under their wings, and he succeeded until last week when they lost to the Jets, trying Tannehill against the Jags. Brandon stated before the episode that Derrick Henry always kills the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Titans always kill the Jacksonville Jaguars. Urban Meyer's out doing some dumb things. The organization's head isn't really there. Head coach head isn't always there, and players aren't going to be there either, especially on defense. And Ryan Tannehill's going to dot him up when he gets his weapons back this week. It's simple as that. Yeah, that's it. Sitting Jameis Winston. I don't even know if you would be starting him, but after week 1, maybe you are. But don't start him against Washington, and it has more so to do with the fact that the Saints just don't pass the ball that much. And I know Tony Jones went down, which maybe they more so rely on the quarterback's arm this week, but I'm not going to predict. I'm just going to carry over from what we know. And then we know the Saints don't pass the ball that much, and they're playing against Washington, who has a solid defensive line, but the defense in general hasn't been that hot. So you're probably seeing that green matchup on your phone and thinking, oh, it's Washington secondary. You can see a couple Jameis Winston bombs, but I don't think it's going to happen. So you should probably sit Jameis Winston against the Washington football team.
I'm down.
Simple as that sometimes.
Now go some tight ends. I go first because my name starts with an A. I'm going to say, because I'm just looking for dart throws here, when I point out I called that Dawson Knox game. You heard it here first.
And you said he was knocking in the end zone. You're right.
The other 17 people that probably called that like 5 minutes after I did. Tyler Conklin. Tyler Conklin. What a world we live in versus Detroit. I say this because if there's anyone worthy of a dart throw, you should consider him. Detroit's defense has had its moments, but I think overall they're not that great. It is a division rival. Maybe they'll put up against Kirk Cousins, but also maybe they won't. Tyler Conklin has had at least 4 targets each game. He's gotten more targets the last 2 games, 6 and 8 apiece. He's been playing at least 70% of the snaps per week. Like, dude's a starter. Consider him.
Tyler Conklin. I like that pick.
Beautiful. Are you saying you're
none
set?
of this sitting? Yeah, no. Get back. We got to get back on the track. Can't be confusing people.
I'm going deep as well. I'm going with Dan Arnold, recently acquired by the Jacksonville Jaguars. As Ed said, Tennessee Titans normally blow them out, but this year might be a little different because their offense is actually halfway capable, and the Titans defense is awful. So if you come back for the wide receivers running back episode, you'll hear a little bit more about the Jaguars offensive players, but in this case, it's Dan Arnold, James O'Shaughnessy. He started off pretty hot. I like the way that that offense uses tight ends, and I feel like Dan Arnold will get a share, especially after the DJ Chark injury. Just some more targets. I was about to say charkets to go around.
That's a good one.
Directly into James Robinson's stomach.
Yeah, James Robinson's the one.
In the way of handoffs.
Straight to the defense. What are you talking about?
Or that.
Or Dan Arnold. And the Dan Arms Arnold. All right, go ahead.
or straight from Trevor Lawrence's arms into Evan Ingram's arms. All the way up in New York.
A rocket arm.
They're in Dallas.
Has some arm strength.
You're just throwing the west a little bit.
Are they? Damn, they're at home. Damn, I just throwing that ball from Jacksonville to Dallas.
Is that gonna like cross the Gulf of Mexico? And like,
yeah, I think. Have you ever seen those videos? I've seen them before. It happens.
Just throw. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
just casual.
Yeah, those commercials. Yeah.
Evan Ingram at Dallas. It's pretty simple. It's matchup proof, and that's it. Just a matchup.
Word.
I don't like tight ends, so I'm not going to describe. And there's tight ends that I also don't like this week, and it's also the Browns tight ends. There's a good matchup, yeah. Don't think they're going to be past the tight ends much. Derwin James is pretty cool across the middle as well, so that's a decent thing. But fantasy points wise, in the app, it's green matchup, and you're thinking, oh, this is a perfect situation. But I feel like tight end matchups outside of Dallas and outside of really bad ones, they're more so like dart throw type things. Like a fantasy point for like the majority of fantasy points for a tight end would be a touchdown, just one touchdown, and you got like the 7th highest scoring tight end that week. Like, okay. Like it's very, very fickle, I would say those matchup things are for tight ends. So don't pay attention to them, especially with the Austin Hoopers and the Harrison Bryants. And you're probably not starting anyone besides Austin Hooper, but don't do it. Just don't do it.
I like this line of thinking. I'm sitting the Pats tight ends for a similar line of thought because both these guys had a couple good games. You might be thinking like, all right, Houston, they're going to put up 70. It's going to be cool. I mean, Belichick's going to be beating the crap out of Davis Mills, obviously, but that team's not going to have to pass the ball. Mac Jones is going to finish with like 7 attempts. They're just going to be running them to death. And it's like this game's going to be over at halftime. So I don't like it for that reason.
Going with the up and up, Mike Gesicki.
He's on the up and up somehow.
Yeah, he's somehow going on the up and up. But this week, the Buccaneers have some solid coverage linebackers. They're faster. And I feel like they're going to keep Mike Gesicki to a minimum this week and force the ball to Jalen Waddle because he's fantastic. Super good player out there. But yeah, Mike Gesicki, he's going to be a sit this week.
That plug. Better hope so.
All right, I guess that marks the end of the. No, we got to do best players.
Best players of the week.
Just real quick, man. Best quarterback. I'm going first. Patrick Mahomes.
He's going
to overcome your guys.
I'm doing Jim Beam, Josh Allen at Kansas City.
All right. I didn't pick a tight end, apparently. I'm just going to say Travis Kelce again because that's always the answer. And if it's not, we're going to have a problem.
I'm going Mark Andrews against the Colts. So be happy having him in your lineup.
It is in the Illuminati. Good to know.
Illuminati confirmed. I believe this is the week that Kyle Pitts breaks out against.
You want to know how I know?
Over in London time.
Look at how like his finger is slightly over his eye. Like, he can't do the Illuminati correct. Not quite. Oh God! Now
Illuminati not confirmed, but I do predict the future events, and I believe the future event that'll happen is Kyle Pitts, tight end 1 this week, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Believe it or not, I did have a dream about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I seen the box score on Sleeper, and I was like, that looks real. And, then I was doing the things. I was like, I remember this. So, yeah.
It's very likely because last week I was saying he was going to have a breakout game. But I'm always a week off or a week behind on these things. So
I also had a very unrealistic dream last night. So I like that. We can sign off with that.
Deuces.
Bye.
Yeah.
Later.